Hello, market movers, and welcome to another Market Movers Live. Good evening to you, TPott.
Hello, good sir.
I feel like we have been together today since very early this morning.
Yeah, well, mostly each of the last 3 days.
It has been the case. We have today, the last few days here was the TOPS conference, the TOPS industry conference here in Atlanta. We will be talking a little bit about that today and some of the news that came out of the TOPS industry conference. I will say, TPott, a little behind the scenes here for the audience. I haven't even told you yet. I had the opportunity to sit down for a very long time, one-on-one with Mr. Michael Rubin when he was in town today.
Is this when you just ran off?
Yes, that is correct. That's when I ran off. I got paged.
I'm sitting with Ryan, with Ryan,
yes,
Jen, and Geoff.
Yes.
And all three of them get up and walk away without saying anything to me.
Yes, we just left you in the dust.
Something I said.
The bat signal was projected.
Yeah.
It was the bat signal saying, your time is up, sir. Please come to the back.
Time is now.
I can tell you that Michael Rubin is unbelievably excited and bullish about the future of the sports card hobby and is very excited about NBA licenses this fall, October 1st, officially licensed NBA cards starting with TOPS flagship, the first officially licensed NBA TOPS flagship product in many, many years. This October, TOPS Chrome, probably December of this year. And I tell you what he told me he was most excited about was the NBA debut patches and the NFL debut patches, which they are very excited about the Cooper Flag debut patch and all of the NFL stars, and they are ready to go.
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
I'm very curious to see what those are going to sell for when they surely hit the market.
Let us know. So first of all, guys, welcome to the show, by the way, and say hello in the YouTube chat. Let us know in the YouTube chat. So here's my prediction. The Cooper Flag NBA debut patch will outsell the $1.1 million Paul Skeens MLB debut patch. That is my prediction. Agree or disagree?
I don't know.
Agree or disagree, let us know
maybe
in the YouTube chat. I want to see some folks in the YouTube chat tonight and see if we got some agrees or disagree here's. David says that is fiction. Alex Gaffney says it will sell for more. Bob Garcia agrees. Michael says fiction. Don disagrees. Lion Collectibles says no. Jason says yes. Louis says no. G Money says yes. Not a chance says Shane. Lance says not going to happen.
What if
Abel
Dick's Sporting Goods buys it?
So it sounds like I'd say the audience here is probably about 33% agreeing with me and 66% disagreeing with me and thinking the Skeens is going to outsell the Cooper Flag.
I think Cooper Flag has a better chance of being a all-world talent long-term than Skeens does. Because he's not a pitcher. Because he's not a pitcher. Because pitchers just don't hold up. That's been that's always been my concern. And I like Skeens. He's incredible. He's unbelievable to watch. But he's a pitcher.
I agree with you.
So that's who knows?
Which one will be more valuable 20 years from now?
Right.
Cooper Flag.
I think it has a better probability.
Better probability. Yeah. Okay, let's take some audience questions, guys. You submitted some of these questions before the show started. If we answer your question tonight, we will rip some packs for you, starting with T Green 321. What are the best international card shows, and do you think any of them will ever become as big as the National? So I could actually answer this from firsthand experience because I talked to, not because I attended them, but because I talked to some of the people, actually some of the international people who were in at the TOPS conference over the last couple of days. There is what I believe will be the biggest international card show, I think, of all time, which will be this summer in Germany. It is called Card Madness. It is taking place, I believe, right around July 4th in Germany, and it's going to be a big, big show. The London Card Show, which has been going on for a while now, a few years, it is expanding and will start taking on more space with their future shows. So both London and Germany are big card shows. You have that one in Macau,
right?
That has now, I think it's going into its third year this year.
Yeah.
And I know there's some other ones starting. I just saw
there's two in Spain. There's one in Barcelona.
Okay.
And there is one in, maybe it is Madrid. I think it is Madrid, but I know there's at least two in Spain. I believe there was one in France. I don't know how big it was.
Yeah, there was one in France.
So, Yeah, they're popping
lot.
up all over the place.
A lot, but I think the answer to the question is probably going to be the one in Germany this summer, Card Madness. Check it out. Let's go to Nick over on the pack desk. How you doing tonight, Nick?
I'm doing all right.
You feeling
Can't
good?
complain. Feeling pretty
Is
good.
this your first show since the baby?
Second show?
Second show, okay. You were so tired last month, I'm surprised you even remember it.
Got a little more rest this time around.
Welcome back. Well, we're glad to have you back. That's right. We had Parker sub in for a month, but we're happy that you are here again and everything is going well. Let's rip a couple of packs. I didn't catch the name of the gentleman who asked that last question. Our producer can probably tell us. But what are we going to pull for him here?
Let's go ahead and start with a 2024 Optic pack.
Oh, let's get him in downtown.
We're looking for
okay, this is T
downtowns,
Green.
Uptowns.
Yeah.
T Green 321.
Let's see what we can get.
Once Nick rips these packs, Jeff, let's tell everybody kind of how they can get in on the action tonight, too.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Lamar, Josh Jacobs,
These cards
Hayden
look nice.
Hurst, Max
They look pretty
Crosby.
clean.
I think the optic this year is good.
We got a blue.
You got a lad? What do you got? Oh, a quarterback?
Quarterback,
Blue Hyper.
maybe? Rated rookie.
Blue Hyper.
Oh, Torrey
That is not a
Taylor.
quarterback.
Wow. That's
the opposite of a quarterback.
punter. Jalen Polk and a Jalen Hurts.
At least that guy can't throw interceptions.
All right. Well, there you go. Okay, yeah, guys. And if we're gonna get to some more questions. But by the way, everybody joining us tonight, if you are a Market Movers member, we also want you to register for the giveaways because coming up here in 20 minutes will be our first giveaway of the night for our Market Movers members. If you're a Market Movers member, the link is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat to get into the giveaway. If you're not a Market Movers member, you can sign up for Market Movers. We'd love for you to sign up. And in fact, we have a special promo code for you tonight. The promo code is live. It's going to give you 2 weeks of Market Movers for free. And we'd love for you to join Market Movers. Then you can take part of everything that's part of tonight's show. The giveaways, the trivia, for nice prizes at the end of the show and everything like that. All right, let's get to our next question here. This is from Lance Bowman. I prefer buying on sites not commonly used for comps like eBay, Golden Fanatics, Collect, and ComC. Those are the sites commonly used for comps, right? So to avoid being comped against my own purchases, what other sites have you found best for buying? Okay, that's interesting. He doesn't want to set his own comp. So he's looking for deals, and he doesn't want to set a public comp, and make his price the last sale. So if you're buying cards at below last comp, then that makes sense. You don't want to set the last comp, right? Those are the major sites that I use that he's listed there. I mean, along with Heritage and some others, But if you're buying and want to avoid comps, I mean, obviously card shows,
Cash deals.
Cash deals at card
Buying on
shows, great
social
way to do
media.
it. You got card shops.
Yeah, we have a big Discord server.
Discord server, Facebook groups, Instagram. I think those are the places you want to go.
Yeah.
Are there any other sites that you...
I mean, it just depends on the caliber of cards. There are lower end, more niche, auction houses and things like that. There's also just, if you're like buying in bulk, Sport Lots is another one.
Right.
I've bought things on Sport Lots. They have a variety of items, but it is an interesting thing with the comp space. I had a conversation with somebody this morning at breakfast at the conference about this, who was talking about how it drives him crazy when he does buy something on eBay, and then at shows he'll have it out marked up from what he bought it for.
Yep.
And people want to pay him 85%
Of what he bought
paid.
it for, yeah.
And he's like, why would I do that? And he was saying these are like pop 1, pop 3 type cards. He's like, I got it, especially if you get it for a good deal and then you suddenly handcuff yourself with that good deal.
It's tough. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That's tough. All right, Lance Bowman, thank you for the question. Let's go over to Nick for a pack for Lance.
All right, we're going to go to a pack of 2024 Prism basketball. This is out of a fast break box.
Haley just hit something big, so pressure's on, Nick.
There's a lot of screaming over in one of our live selling cabanas, one of our breaking cabanas,
Topps
Cards
Chrome
HQ.
football.
Cards HQ breaks on whatnot. It's got something massive
It's
over
an
there.
auto. I don't care, yeah.
Maybe Jaden Daniels.
Looks like Jaden Daniels.
We'll see what we got here. Herbert Jones, Eric Gordon, Mike Conley, Tristan da Silva, Jonathan Mugbo, a LeBron James.
Oh, that's kinda cool.
Got purple behind
fast
it.
break.
Yeah.
Fast break.
That's neat.
Purple.
Kaleidoscopic LeBron. That's not bad.
And
Vince Carter.
Vince
Purple.
Carter.
That's sick.
Look at that. Color match, Vince Carter.
Beautiful. Numbered, 149? 150? Something like that?
75.
Oh, 75.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a nice card.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Michael Bridges and a Grayson Allen.
Cool.
That's a nice card.
All right, I think we sent Phil over to investigate the screaming. Can we get a feed? Okay, we've gone over. Show us the card. What do we got there? Oh, look at that. Yes, yeah, look at that. That's what they just pulled on Cards HQ breaks on Whatnot. The Jaden Daniels, that's the green geometric. I think that's going to be numbered to 99. That is out of the Breakers Delight boxes. Look at that. Awesome.
Not too bad.
Very cool. Good win there for one of our customers on Cards HQ breaks on Whatnot just right now. All right, let's do a couple of more questions. Recession Uncle, a regular here in our Market Movers live streams. Which players on Championship Contenders have undervalued cards that could rise the most with a playoff win? I assume he's talking NBA. He could be talking NHL. Who knows? Yep. But I'm going to assume NBA at this moment, unless he just wants to get like an early preview of baseball playoffs or something.
Let me see if I can pull up my sheet while you go wherever you want to go with this, and I've got a resource that I'll point everybody to. So,
I'm just going to go off of your. Well, you know what I'm going to say? How about Chet? Chet Holmgren.
Okay.
I'm going with Chet Holmgren.
What did I call that sheet?
I'm going with Chet Holmgren. That's who I'm going with. I think he's had a couple of nice games this playoffs, and obviously was injured for a good part of the season. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is the main guy on that team, but a lot of people think the Thunder are going to run the table here, and if they do, Shea will get a lot of praise, but Chet could get a lot of attention, especially if he has a couple of good games in the finals or something of that nature. So I'm going to go Chet Holmgren.
So if you want to pull up my screen, Charles, I did a video 2 weeks ago. So not the one that dropped yesterday, but a week ago Monday. And I went through and created a whole system, a probability system, to talk about which players I thought were most likely to go up. And a big portion was just probability to win the title. Really, it's probability to make it to the finals. Mm-hmm. And so I went through this whole system and then had an output at the end. Chet was third on my list.
Okay, there you go.
So he was up there.
I like that.
Porzingis, was pretty high for not obviously one of the top two guys in Boston, but he did see some price spike last year when he, played well before.
Had the one good game before he got injured again.
Yeah. Yeah, so those were kind of the guys that, were like the sleeping players. Mobley's another guy that could see some, see him go. Jalen Williams, if he has a monster game. And, we did see last year, I would think that if the Thunder make it to the finals, that Shea is borderline a lock to win finals MVP if they win. But Chet and Jalen would certainly be the other two contenders if he doesn't. So, those were some of the guys. I don't know, we're starting to see things sort of like flesh out already in the playoffs. And so several of these names will be squarely out of the running soon.
Yes.
Jimmy Butler's not playing. He's injured.
Yeah, you'll be cutting that list down soon, sadly.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's get a pack for a session, Uncle. That was a good question.
All right, so we got 2 packs of Topps Heritage Baseball 2024.
High number, right?
High number,
Yeah.
correct. So should have better hits than the 2025.
Chasing a Skeens real one, I think.
You're going to have to call out any of the funky ones you notice, because I know there's a lot of image variations and other kind of gimmicks in here. Pretty straightforward pack there, I think.
If we do hit a Skeens real one, those are going for $725 right now. So
Really?
that would be nice.
Even in the second year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. There you
there's
go.
the auto. First,
Cam Eden.
Cam Eden, Blue Jays.
Let's look that up.
Nice blue ink auto on the card there.
Unfortunately, not the best auto. The $4.
All right.
An auto, though.
It's an auto.
I don't know if that's enough to pull Recession Uncle out of the recession, but, every little bit helps these days. Every little bit helps, Recession Uncle. There you go. Let's do another another question, I should say. This is from Zach's Cards. Is buying in the offseason and selling at the start of the season the best strategy for maximizing profits? It's a decent strategy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the best strategy for maximizing profits, but it's a decent strategy.
In terms of timing
Right.
approaches, I think it is still mostly the best. Although I will say, in the last year, heading into some of the seasons, there wasn't the run-up on as many players as I thought there would be.
You didn't see it this year in basketball,
No,
for example.
basketball,
There
we
was
didn't
not-
see it. Even football wasn't to the extreme that it has been in the years past, and in baseball, some players. But it was more like 5, 8, 10%. It was not like a big amount of enthusiasm. It's just kind of like things stabilized, I think, over the winter, and now have just been like steadily rising overall. So, your best way to maximize profit is like grading, getting cards graded or buying off marketplace, for good deals in bulk and finding, somebody to buy at comp.
Try to go buy cards at 70 or 80% and then
Right.
sell at 100% or
Right.
95%. Sure.
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's definitely strategy, and I agree it doesn't work with every sport all the time with every card. But I mean, there's definitely cards that are going to be higher. Like right now, I think if you buy, I don't know, Joe Burrow, picking a random name. I haven't tracked Joe Burrow's market particularly close. But generally, if you're buying football cards in like March or maybe April, and you bring them to the National in July or sell them in August right before the season, generally you see a little bit of an uptick, not with every player, not with every situation, but certainly with the guys that are talked about a lot going into next season. And I think Joe Burrow may be one of those guys.
Yeah.
So that's why I mentioned him in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Appreciate the question there, Zach's Cards. Do we have time for another question, Charles? And maybe do one more here? Or are we going to get out there for our aisle scanning?
We got to open a pack.
Oh, we got to open up the pack. I'm just ready to go to the next question. I'm just jumping ahead. Excited to answer some more.
Another pack of Optic here.
Let's do better than a punter this time, Nick.
Well, maybe he's going to be the greatest punter ever. Isaiah Simmons, Cameron Jordan, Tank Dell, a DJ Moore, a blue rookie, Dallas Turner.
That's much better. There you go. Dallas Turner rated rookie blue. Not bad at all.
Javon Baker and L'Jarius Sneed.
All right, there you go. Recession Uncle in the chat wants to know how Shadur cards are doing right now. The answer is not good. Poorly. He was our cold card of the week. Poorly.
Yeah.
Let's do one more question real quick, and then I'm going to send TPott out into the store. What is the biggest arbitrage opportunity in sports cards? This is from M. Healy. I mean, I don't know if it's an arbitrage opportunity per se, but you just talked about grading. I mean, grading's always an opportunity. So what I will say, though, about grading is with the PSA 10 gem rates having fallen substantially over the course of the last year, and with some of my personal PSA returns coming back quite poorly.
Yeah. I was here when you flipped over all the furniture on the last one.
Seriously, like over the last couple of months, I was some of these PSA returns. I'm like, what's going on? It's harder than it used to be. Yeah. I feel like it's harder than it used to be. Obviously, raw to grade. If you get some 10s out of that you're always going to do well with that. I will say I've attempted the last 4 SGC 10s that I cracked and sent to PSA, not a single one has gotten to PSA 10. 4 in a row. I did 2 with my last order and 2 with the order before.
Wow.
And none of them got 10s.
Wow.
None of them got 10s. And all 4 were SGC 10s, and I cracked them all out carefully, and the card was in the same condition when it got to PSA as it was in the SGC case.
The Jerry Rice that I sent that was an SGC 10 in my how to grade and evaluate cards for grading. My Jerry Rice SGC 10 did get a 10.
Oh, good.
PSA 10.
Good for you.
My BGS, was it a BGS 9.5 something, came back a 9.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
If you say arbitrage, I would think, yes, like cracking and submitting.
Yeah.
But you still, you got to look at the card. You really, if you can, you could go and just buy a bunch of SGC 10s on eBay or whatever, and then crack them and send them in. But it helps if you can actually look at the card and if you have an eye for that, because
the price gap between a PSA 10 and an SGC 10 and a BGS 9.5 is so extreme.
Yeah.
So extreme that I would like to think that if you went and bought 50 SGC 10s and crossed them all to PSA, that you would end up ahead on the deal. But considering that I'm 0 for 4 on my last 4 crosses, I don't know. But I think that's probably an arbitrage opportunity that you could explore. Okay. All right, TPott. We have reached that moment in the show. I'm going to send you. Oh, we got to rip a pack again. I'm just jumping forward. I'm just so excited tonight to get to the next segment. Really, I just don't want to hear Nick talk anymore.
Nick, you'll be
That's
happy.
really all it is.
Nick will be happy to know before he does this that Kerry Carpenter hit a leadoff home run, so we're good.
Oh,
How are your Bucks doing, by the way?
great.
They are up right now. Nope, now they're down by 1.
Okay.
Pistons
not
are tied
good.
with the Knicks.
Well, Dame's out right now. He's gone. He's gone for the season. He might be gone for next season, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it.
I
he
mean,
will
so
be.
I mean,
A
what,
lot
you
of
know,
it he will
what
be.
they're not going to really put up any fight.
All right.
All right, another pack of Prism
Speaking of
basketball.
Bucks.
Prince, Horford,
Oh, there you go. Go Getters.
Jalen Green, Dunn, Allen Iverson, another fast break, Jimmy Butler,
There you go.
Fireworks, and then a Andre
Look at that guy.
Drummond. Who's that
Oh, Teapot, your boy.
Look at that guy. It's the wrong jersey, but hey, it's Drummond.
guy? Mark Williams and Hachimura. There you go.
Drummond's had a lot of jerseys.
Especially in the last few years. As
Said a
many
lot.
as probably anyone.
A lot of jerseys.
Yeah, a lot of jerseys.
All right, am I allowed to send Teapot out to the store now?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Rip one for me, Nick. No. All right.
All right, well, we were just talking basketball, Teapot. So
Yep.
what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to send you out to the basketball aisle. Find me one of those cards, one of the guys on your spreadsheet, who
Okay.
you think might go up a little bit here
Okay.
before the playoffs
See what
are
I can
over.
do. I hope we got some stuff on the shelves.
Looks like we got a fresh new selection of graded cards here in the showcase closest to me.
Cord.
I don't know if any of your guys are in there,
I
but
got
take a peek.
distracted by a tie-dye Alex Smith Chiefs card.
Oh, look at that.
That's cool.
Wow, that's gonna be sitting in the showcase for a while.
I might go buy it.
Don't know who
knows?
my customer is on that one. By the way, I got Market Mover sales history and featured cards up here, Teapot.
Okay.
So if
All right,
you
let's see
anything
here.
that we need to look up here.
Yep. Giannis. Zion. Well, he's not in the playoffs. Giannis. Maxey. I'm just trying to find any of those players. Maybe somebody already came and bought them all, Jeff.
We had a guy come through and buy hundreds of cards today. But you can
Yeah.
go in the next cases down or look behind you for all the raw cards as
All
well.
right, yeah, that's true. Let's see. Got Luka. Well, let me point out this card. I'll point out Anthony Edwards again because
Yeah.
all of a sudden, with that first round matchup being such a marquee matchup against LeBron and Luka, if the Wolves take that series, who knows? Who knows? And I guess no, they wouldn't play. Does the winner of that series play the Denver Clippers, or is it the other side?
That would be, I believe so. I'd have to check.
I don't know because I'm just thinking like, man, if the Nuggets skip through, or the Clippers for that matter, but the Wolves make it into the Western Conference Finals, we're gonna see Ant-Man cards just go crazy again.
Was that a 9 or a 10, Teapot?
That was I see. That's a 9. It's a Galactic
Yeah.
2022. It's not a rookie.
Right.
It's not a rookie.
Yeah, none of those have sold at all recently.
Yeah, those Galactics are tough. They don't really sell that often. Okay, we got a bunch of Wembies in stock. That's good to know. Caitlin Clark. You didn't ask about her, but got some of those. We have a very good assortment of cards right now. I'm just not seeing any. Here's a really nice cat. Actually, this is sweet. These are some of my favorite autos of any set ever. Lux. And
What is that from?
It's from Lux, and they only made that in. They only made that, I believe, in 2014. I think it was a 1-year product, maybe 2, but those autos are amazing. And that is a rookie. So
Out of 49, we got. What do we have it at? 140.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to call up my screen share there, I just typed it in the Lux Carl Anthony. I just typed it in Market Movers. Last sale of a BGS 8 was 150. PSA 7 that was a higher numbered. Last raw sale was 140. Yeah, so we've got that priced right at the last raw comp of 140. So we're right at comps on that card.
Just seeing if anything else jumps out at me here.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you find me what you think is the coolest card in the basketball aisle?
Okay.
We'll wrap with that.
Okay. Come back down to this high-end section then. Let's see. Oh, we got a Hoops Premium Stock Nebula in here. I always like a good Nebula. I mean, I really do like that Lux
Devin
card.
Vassell. That's not bad.
I like that Lux card. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty cool. We got a bunch of signed Shea cards.
Yeah, show those show cards.
Yeah, check these out.
This was a collection we bought off somebody.
Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, white ink signed Prism cards.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are pretty neat.
I like those.
I like all those.
Honestly, even though I don't like LeBron, this would be up there.
Yeah.
Any gold medallion in a 10 is actually a pretty tough grade on those cards. And what an awesome photo. I mean, if you like LeBron, that's
You got me one of those.
that's sick. Did I get you one of those?
Yeah, not the gold medallion.
Not
but,
the gold medallion.
But you got me one of the 2004 Ultra LeBrons.
That was nice of me.
That was very nice of you.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I did see. Wait, where did I see a gold? Oh, this is just a cool card and not expensive. This one here. I mean, relatively speaking, but this Obi Toppin gold, jersey color match, and he's just going. We know what his signature dunks. So that's a pretty cool one too. Good photo.
Show me that LeBron again.
The LeBron, the gold medallion is over here. PSA 10. It's a little die cut with the rounded corner.
Look at this. Oh no, I guess this is a different year. I was gonna say, I think last comp on that card is actually $100 more. Is that a different year? What year was that one?
This is 04.
Oh, this is the same card. There we go. What do we have it at? $800?
800.
All right. Tell somebody to raise the price to $900. Last comp is actually $900, not $800.
All right.
That's a $100 deal right there for
That's
somebody.
an arbitrage opportunity.
That's a $100
Jeff.
arbitrage opportunity. We're 100 below comps on
Yep.
that one.
Yep.
All right, there you go. Cool.
All right.
All right, Teapot, I'll let you come back in the
I'll
studio.
head back in.
We're about to do our next giveaway, guys. This will be actually our first giveaway of the night. This is going to be for our Market Movers members. If you are not yet registered for tonight's giveaway, what you want to do is click the link that is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. Somebody asking a question, they said their username and password wasn't working. It's the same username and password that you would use on the Market Movers app. If that's not working for some reason, you can use the forgot password. But you can use your email address as well. Use your email address to log in and your password. You can do a forgot password if you need to. But click that link at the top of the YouTube chat. Register for tonight's giveaway. You only need to register one time, even though we have 3 giveaways over the course of the night tonight.
Yep.
If you're not a Market Movers member, you're going to miss this first giveaway, but there's the opportunity to still get into our next 2 giveaways tonight. And of course, promo code LIVE is going to give you 2 weeks free of Market Movers, 14 days free. You can see it there on the bottom of your screen when you go to marketmoversapp.com to sign up. Again, marketmoversapp.com. All right, TPott is currently pulling the list of all of the Market Movers members who have registered for the giveaway so far this evening. And while he is doing that, let me say hello to some people in the chat. We got 293 strong of you watching tonight. We appreciate you guys watching. By the way, some fun trivia coming up later tonight as well. But thank you guys in the chat for joining us tonight. Looks like we got, I don't know what's being discussed in the chat. Okay, all right, we're gonna leave that in the chat. There's some discussion in the chat about your bathrooming skills at the National, Teapot.
Oh man,
we're just gonna leave that alone.
That's
I'm not even gonna go there. Not even gonna go there. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but we did get a couple of Let's Go Pistons earlier.
all right, I appreciate that.
Penny Sleeve Steve says, thanks for all the great content, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Tony Sabal is laughing at whatever's going on in the chat. Anyway, who's ready for Fanatics Fest, says as the wheels turn. I am ready for Fanatics Fest. I tell you what, that was something that Topps talked about at the industry conference here over the last couple of days in Atlanta. Fanatics Fest is going to be bigger and better this year. They are really pumping it up. It is 40% bigger than last year, 30% more car dealers, double the number of athletes. And they said that they had sold 230% more tickets as of this time last year, which is good news for the event. So I think Fanatics Fest is really going to be awesome. It is 52 days away. 52 days away from today. So if you're thinking about Fanatics Fest, go check it out. Get your tickets. Get your hotel up in New York City because it is not far away. It is worth going to. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I would definitely go check out Fanatics Fest. We will be there. We'll be filming content there and roaming around all weekend. Cards HQ will be buying cards at Fanatics Fest. So if you are there, make sure to say hello. We would love to see you. All right, we got our first giveaway of the night up.
Yep, I'm going to run it 3 times.
Okay.
And
how many are we giving away, Nick? 10 or?
Let's do 8.
8.
We're gonna do
Okay.
8 this time.
All right. The first 8, we're going to win a pack.
Yep. All right. That's 1. That's 2. And that is 3. All right. We got Keith Iglesias, Chris Cards, Dustin Kirby, D. Kirby, Big C,
Hey,
Acme
Cameron.
Collecting, D. Kirby. Oh, did I say D? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, no. D. Kirby got in there twice.
D. Kirby.
D. Kirby.
D. Kirby.
Out.
D. Kirby.
All right. Well, we'll go down to number 9 then.
Okay.
We'll
Ryan Geller. That's weird because I did unless he has 2 accounts. Because I did it by user ID.
Interesting.
D. Kirby,
Interesting.
funny. I'm going to inspect my list. Ryan Geller, Casey Felton, and we'll go down to XK Gix.
All right. There you go. So we'll let D. Kirby in there once, but not twice.
Yeah.
But awesome, guys. Well, those are your first giveaway, your first 8 giveaway winners. We can go over to the pack test. Nick, you want to rip packs for some of these fine folks this evening?
Yeah, we can run through these 8 real quick.
Okay.
Starting off with another pack of Optic.
Keith
football.
Iglesias.
Keith Iglesias. All right. Miles Sanders, Ezekiel Elliott, Dotson, Snead, Light It Up, Marvin Harrison Jr., Will Reichard, and Joe Milton III.
There you go, Joe Milton. People are crazy about his cards. They think he's the future of, what, Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Taking over for Dak. By the way, we're going to add a 9th pack. I want to give a pack in the chat. We've got Shay Hodge, who is laid up after ACL surgery, enjoying the show tonight while recovering from ACL surgery. I think we should do a pack for Shay tonight,
Yeah.
too.
I
All
just
right.
tore mine, too. I should get a...
All right, let's do a second pack here.
All right, so
Chris
this is
Cards.
for Chris Cards.
Yep.
We'll just do another pack of Optic.
Man, Sleeve It Sports Card says the optic base design is trash. I actually like the optic base design. I like that design.
like it.
Do you not like that design?
I like it.
Sleeve It Sports Cards does not like this design.
Doesn't like it.
I think it's good.
I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's all right.
Light
It's
It Up,
no 28.
JJ McCarthy.
Mitchell, and Lassiter. Rated
Okay.
rookie.
What do you guys think? You guys like this design or no? Let us know in the chat. Topps Chrome is better, says David.
So this is
All right, third pack.
all right. Dustin Kirby.
The real Dustin Kirby.
We'll do 2 packs of Heritage. Go back to baseball.
Rob says optic is impossible to grade. Interesting.
This year?
Optic is totally chill, says Abel. Is that a good thing or a bad thing that it's
No.
totally chill?
Don't know.
How do you interpret that?
Chill, just, I think it's like solid.
Solid?
I don't know. Is
Fine?
it like decent? Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, we got a-
Or is
got
it
a
like
chrome?
a sleep?
Got a chrome.
Cal
Cal
Raleigh
Raleigh.
at a 225.
Best catcher in baseball right now
George Brett,
on my fantasy team.
Duran,
Because that's how I draft.
Daros, and a Cody Bellinger. Second pack there. We're doing 2 of these.
Abel says chill means solid.
Okay. Chill means solid.
Yeah,
Good. No cap.
no cap. On God.
There we go. That was
People
for
don't say that
Dustin
anymore. That was like
Kirby.
2 years ago.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was for like 5 minutes.
Now it's all like Sigma.
Some people
and
do say no cap
Ohio and
Yeah,
Skibbity
you're in
and-
the thick of it. With
all
with
that stuff.
With the
Oh my God.
13-year-olds or whatever, yeah.
What the John? That's the new one. That one just started. What the John?
That's fresh.
I'm in all of that, man. I'm in all of that. No, Fresh was like the 80s.
Fresh was-
you're
Fresh was-
now you're
Fresh was
way out of
90s.
touch.
Fresh
90s.
was not in the 80s.
90s.
Fresh was 90s. Fresh was Kobe's rookie
Oh yeah,
year.
let him cook. Uncle Kyle says let him cook. Let him cook. That's definitely there.
Yeah, yeah.
Luck of the lottery. Fast break. Stephen Castle. And Naaman Thompson.
My 9-year-old's big into boom.
Oh, boom. Yeah.
boom.
How many booms?
Boom.
Yeah, that thing.
Or bang.
Reeves says that-
This is bang and boom. Boom
Oh no,
and
it's
bang.
boom. Yeah,
Bang.
Reeves is like 3 boom. That is like he eats dinner and then randomly he turns to like my wife and he's like, "Mom, that was 3 booms. Boom, boom, boom," and then like walks out of the room.
She's like, out of how many?
Right. You never know. It's
never know.
You don't know how many booms it's out of.
Nobody
It's just an
knows.
arbitrary boom count.
All right, this is for Acme Collecting.
Glad you have the list. I'm going to close this window.
Jonathan Taylor, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Jonnu Smith, Brian Thomas Jr., Diamond Hands, Braden Fiskey, and Luke McCaffrey.
All right.
That was...
I feel like Nick's a little slow tonight on these cards here.
You wouldn't even let him open the packs.
Pull it downtown. Come on, Nick. Pull something for one of these people.
We got 4 boxes here, so...
Come on, pull something, Nick.
Something's in here.
Best card tonight's a $4 auto. Let's ramp this up here. Put some pressure on Nick to pull something good. Haley's over there in the breaker arena pulling Jaden Daniels autos.
Well, we got... this is for D. Kirby. It's a thicker card
No,
in
D.
here.
Kirby already got his.
No, D. Kirby already got his because this is we're skipping the second D. Kirby.
Oh. All right, for Ryan Geller then.
There you go.
Ryan Geller. Oh, Ryan Geller's going to get a thick card?
He is.
Sorry, D. Kirby.
Rashad White. We'll go back here. There's the Ayuk. Hollow. A Brendan Rice.
Okay.
Corley. Rashad White. And rookie phenom.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. A Dunze patch.
Rome, a Dunze.
All right.
Blue Hyper.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
It's a bear.
It's a bear.
Not going to get too excited, but.
It's a bear. All right, who's next?
Overtime.
Who's next?
I don't know. He has the list. I think.
Casey Felton.
Overtime. Pacers, Bucks. Pacers are up by 3.
All right. Another football pack.
All right. Come on, Nick. Get dialed in. Get locked in here. Get locked in.
All right. There's another thick one in here.
Okay.
Jonathan Allen, Buda Baker, Gibbs. We'll just go here. Singletary Optic Hollow.
See, this true breaker style. He's saving the best for last.
Yep.
Joe Milton again.
He's got to rotate.
Brendan
too.
Rice again. Gibbs again. And Troy Franklin.
All right.
Another rookie phenom patch.
Okay. All right.
Those were from the same box, or you just opened everything?
There were 4 boxes. So.
Okay.
Who do you like better, Troy Franklin or Dunze?
I didn't say.
You like a Dunze better?
I think so.
Troy Franklin was decent last year for the Broncos.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Troy Franklin is?
No, I don't remember that name at all.
Oh my gosh. Bo Nix had a nice connection going with Troy Franklin.
Troy Franklin.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Come on, chat. What's
All
going
right.
on?
Back to baseball for XKGIX. And I think there was one more, right, that we were going to do for...
You're probably eliminated from fantasy football
He
before.
had 263 receiving
That's
yards.
right. That's right. You did.
That's
Thought so.
strong
You
connection.
just stopped paying attention because you got eliminated from fantasy football
Yeah,
early.
it
That's why.
wasn't my year, that's for sure.
All right. So who's this one for?
Look at that guy.
XKGIX.
That's a Paul Skeens rookie.
There's a Paul Skeens rookie.
Hey, there you go.
After the Cheerio rookie. Okay.
Give me some music. Get pumped. Final countdown.
That has red text. I'm guessing that's something, right? Teapot, you would know.
Ooh,
Not numbered.
I don't
but
know.
I'm guessing that's something. Okay.
All right.
There's one more, I think.
Well, I wanted to give one to Shea because of the torn ACL. Is that where we're going next, or was there another winner we
can
had to
do
get
that.
to first?
Just Shay?
Shea. By the way, guys, if your name variation is what George in the chat says. By the way, guys, if you have won any of the packs tonight, make sure to go back to that link that is pinned on the top of the YouTube chat, and there is a prize winner claim form. If you scroll down that page, fill out the prize winner claim form so we know where to ship your cards to. Very important. Okay. You want to go to Shay?
This is for Shay.
You want to give it back to Shay?
Pack Optic.
All right. This is the Get Well ACL pack for Shay. Get Well ACL.
Oh, Bucks just went on a 9-0 run.
Ramsey, Mostert, Mahomes, Deuce Vaughn, Rackstraw Jr., blue. Luke McCaffrey again, and Devin Culp.
All right. Man, we are elusive of the downtowns and the super short prints tonight.
Yeah.
They're eluding us.
Yeah.
We'll find some. We're going to get some before the
get
night
some.
goes on. Some people are going to get some good stuff tonight. Okay, Teapot,
right.
let's do a little product update. Why don't you tell everyone
product
what's
update.
going on new in market moves
Yeah, we
here?
just pushed out some new stuff on mobile. That's pretty cool. First of all, so you're going to share my screen here on the phone. There we go. Look at that. Technology's great. Actually, let me go back to the home screen. Sorry.
Let's see what Teapot's searching for there.
Yeah,
Little
this is
Lamine
not my
Yamal?
phone, so I don't
Oh,
know.
wow. That's Phil's searching for Lamine Yamal.
Yeah. So many of you know this, and if you don't, maybe you're watching, you haven't used Market Movers before, but one of the best things about the mobile app, in my opinion, is that when you search any card, so I just tapped on a card that was on the home screen, but when you search for any card, each of these aspects, like the variation, the grade, you can pop these menus open, and it shows you all the pricing by the different grades. So I can see them all in one place. I can see the pop counts. I can see all the pricing from raw all the way up to PSA 10. And if I click on this, then I see all of these refractors and everything. I can scroll down the list and look at all the different pricing, see the date, see when it last sold. We just pushed out a new feature for the player's name now. So if you're in here, you can actually see, and by default, it'll actually show you like a list. You can sort it alphabetically. You can sort it every which way. But basically, it'll show you who's in this checklist that has their prices being tracked. And then if you tap on this, you can actually look in a gallery view. So this goes for any sport, any non-sport, anything. This is particularly useful if you're looking at buying a box, whether it's retail, hobby, whatever it might be, and you just want to know, like, what are some of the best cards, what are some of the most valuable cards that I can get in here. You can pop that open and look to see. It's really useful, honestly, in something like Pokemon, because it'll show you all the hits basically just by exploring in that menu, and then you can actually sort within here too.
It's pretty cool. I like that.
Player name, you can sort by price, and then it'll show you kind of the most expensive ones down to the least. So this is definitely very, very useful. So that was one change that we made. And then on the sales history page, in addition to just sort of stylistically updating this, if you're at a card show, if I type in, let's say I want to type in Luka Doncic gold, right? You type something in that's somewhat generic. Maybe I put in 2023. And then basically, if you're like looking for specific comps, a lot of times people will be like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Well, now you can actually just pin stuff to the top. So if I pin it, it'll go to the top. I can keep scrolling down the list. I can pin another one. I can keep scrolling down the list. And I can pin this one. I already hit 3, I guess. And they'll just stay at the top. So what can you do with that if you're talking to a dealer and you're both, kind of trying to figure out what to get to on a price? It's a really easy way of organizing it. You can also just like screenshot it as well, right? So if you have this and you're looking in a showcase and you want to just have all the information ready, I have done this even just in my own like research and stuff. Screenshot it and then swipe it to the side, and that way if the dealer's like, how did you, why do you think I should take $800 on the $1,000 card or whatever? You have something, you can just pull it up on your phone. These are the comps I'm looking at. So this was definitely with like card show in mind. And then there's different views now that you can look through. So in the top left, you see the little list view. I can switch into like a thumbnail view. It keeps the pins. I can clear those off. So if you want to scroll a little bit more like that. And then this was like to see even more visually. If you just like to explore and you're just like, I want to know what Luka gold cards exist out there, this is just like a research tool. You go, oh man, I really like that card. You can pop it open, look at the size and everything. So just continuing to put some fine tuning and nice user features into the mobile app. It's going to be a big part of our focus the rest of the year. And these are a couple things that went out recently.
Looks like you can also, right from sales history, add cards to your collection now too.
Yes, thank you for. I didn't even have to lead the witness, but that's true. So I can click on any of these. I could scroll down and I can go, okay, I want to add this Luka to my collection. It'll actually recognize it, pull it up. You can put it in your details, or I can just hit next, and I could add this to Phil's collection if I want to. So
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, very, very easy
Market
to
Movers
use.
Mobile. So this update came out, a few days ago, last week?
Yeah, it was last week.
Okay.
Last week.
If your phone's set to automatically update, which most phones are, you should probably already have this version of Market Movers. You probably already updated to the newest version. But if for some reason you aren't on the newest version, make sure to update to the newest version of the Market Movers app. Those are some pretty nice new features. And I know we're working hard every week to make the Market Movers app more and more usable and user-friendly for everybody.
Yep.
If you're not on the Market Movers app yet, then I would say this very moment might be the very best time for you to get on it, because if you use promo code LIVE, you're going to get 14 days of Market Movers Premium for free. All you need to do, and any of the membership levels, you can get 14 days for free. All you need to do is go sign up through marketmoversapp.com, and when you are checking out, use promo code LIVE, and you will get 14 days free of any of the membership levels. And in fact, if you do it right now, you can be part of trivia later tonight. You can be part of our next couple of giveaways.
Thank you, Abel, who's saying he loves the app. It's legit.
There you go. Appreciate you, Abel. Thank you. We are trying to do it all the time. Chris Cooper says he doesn't like that the collection graph is not visible in the app. There is a way still to see that.
Oh yeah, if you want to pull that back up. So what we're doing actually, this is just a little I guess this is a glimpse of what we're trying to do. One of our big focuses this year, and one piece of feedback we hear, and it's good feedback, honestly, it's honest feedback, is like the app's too confusing. There's just a lot of different features. You can see 5 different things on the bottom, and I go into the hamburger menu. There's all these different features. New users get into it, and they say, I don't understand where I'm supposed to go or what I'm supposed to do. So we're sort of reimagining that whole flow. Basically, what's going to happen is we have this dashboard. Our app analytics say that the usage of this dashboard is very poor. The idea was for it to be a summary of everything that you have, but it turns out people would just rather go into the features. So, for example, card favorites will be moving into a different screen to show you price movements and your favorites all in one place. The dashboard sort of being sunset progressively, but you can absolutely see your collection just by clicking on collection.
Yeah, you still see the graph there.
And
it's just moved underneath collection.
Once we get rid of those last few things on the dashboard, this will be your home screen. When you log in, it'll be your collection.
Okay.
So that's kind of how you can see it, and you can scroll down and look at different cards and things. So,
okay.
Yeah, chart's definitely still there.
By the way, in the chat, we're getting lots of Go Gators. Go Gators, Gator emojis, Gator Nation.
They're not getting packs for that.
These are my people. These are my people, TPott. My people are with us tonight. My people are with us tonight.
Appreciate them showing up, at least.
Rob in the chat wants to know the difference between Market Movers and Card Ladder.
Lots of differences, but the biggest one is the number of cards that you can do what I was showing you on. So we both have sales history to comp, just a quick comp, type those things in on the fly. We both have that. All have the same data, the same best offer information, the same everything. The big difference is what I just showed you with that stats modal, where you can select a card like the Julio Rodriguez.
Yep.
You're not going to find very many cards in there. I don't remember which player I was looking up recently. A very notable hot baseball player. It wasn't Ellie, but it was somebody very, very notable. And I just thought, no, let me go look in Card Ladder on their ladder to see how many cards they had, and they had 0 of a very hot player. So theirs is based, from my perspective, Card Ladder, and I'll say it, Card Ladder and 130 Point seem like they're just comping apps with extra information in them, with a few additional marketplaces and things like that beyond just what you could search on eBay. But, and Card Ladder does have a collection feature as well. We have a collection feature as well. So, comparing apples to apples, I just believe in ours a lot more.
We got millions and millions of cards in our database that you can actually chart versus just being able to pull it.
You can search on price movements. Correct. You can look across all those cards.
It's a massive difference. It's like many, I don't know, it's 100x the cards we got. It's massive number of cards that we got in our database that you can chart versus what they got. Yeah, 100%. Okay, you know what I want to do, TPott? I want to do a spinning wheel debate. Are we ready for the spinning wheel debate?
I got a good spinning wheel debate.
I got a big wheel behind me. Yeah. I'm going to spin this. Now, this is loaded up with all new cards this week.
There's a few stragglers on there, but
maybe a couple. It's a lot of new players. It's a lot of new cards this week. Yeah. We're going to spin this, and then the question is this card a buy, sell, or hold at the moment? So are you ready out there? Are you ready? You ready right there? All right, let's go. Right there, right there. They're ready. All right, let's do this. Here we go.
Well, there you go.
Cooper flag, TPott, Cooper flag. Now, I will tell you, I'll set the stage here. Cooper flag was the cold card of the week last week. Yeah. His stuff is down a lot since the Final Four. Yeah. So I'll just set the stage. So with that said, Cooper flag, buy, sell, or hold?
Buy.
Okay.
Especially if he's coming down.
Yeah.
Buy. Yeah. Buy. Buy because, as we heard, The Topps products will be coming out in October, starting in October. I think that those Topps parallels will be very hot of his. And I think he's a buy. And specifically, I'd buy the card we have on there, which looks to be the Bowman First Refractor.
Yeah, Bowman First Refractor. Nice card to buy.
It's probably the one I would buy. It's liquid enough.
Maybe an auto version of it.
Yeah, you could, just depending on what budget you want to put into it. But I don't often buy too much into hype for most hyped players every year. Like I try to caution it. Even with Wemby, I said, look, just don't get too sucked in early when the prices were really insane. But between now and the NBA season starting up again in the fall, I think there's going to be a lot of energy and hype around him. And I try to figure out who he reminds me of. You know, he's kind of LeBron-y. He's kind of Sean Marion-esque, Andrei Kirilenko. Like he's just very long, defensive, athletic. He can really pass. He can pass. So he seems like the real deal to me. It seems every bit of the real deal, honestly. He's very competitive. So.
Well, the cool thing too is he's only 17. He's younger. I don't know if everybody out there realizes he reclassified to go to college in what would have been his senior year of high school. So the year he just played for Duke, he was a senior in high school age, playing for Duke as a freshman, and was the consensus Wooden Award winner for the best college basketball player in all of college basketball as a high school senior, because that's how old he was.
Yeah.
Best college basketball player of the year.
I remember seeing video of him when he was 12.
Yeah.
All over YouTube and
yeah.
stuff.
So I mean that's something. And so I'm very optimistic about this guy's future, and I completely agree. He's going to be super hyped this fall with Topps doing the NBA products and all that kind of thing. So I think Cooper Flag, that is a buy. I'm with TPott on this one. All right, let's do another one, TPott. Let's see where the wheel takes us.
I'm going to answer a quick question that Corey just asked about whether or not he can request to have cards added. Corey, what I'll tell you is soon you won't need to ask for any cards because we're going to have them all.
There we go. We're on the way to every card.
We are very much going to have them all. Charizard, the goat, the dinosaur, the dragon.
The Pokemon market's been interesting. It was unbelievably hot the last really 4 months or so overall. Things finally in April have started to cool down a little bit with some of the Pokemon cards. Not all of them. If you look at the market pulse in Market Movers, we've got, I think, 3 different market pulses. I'd be curious to call up. I think we got a Charizard market pulse, don't we?
We probably do.
We can go to my screen share here if you want, Charles. Let me call up.
There is.
Yeah, is there a Charizard?
There
well,
is.
let's look at that. Let's let that tell us.
Just type it into the search. You can type Charizard in there.
There it is. Let's see what the Charizard index has done.
How's Charizard doing versus the SCI 500?
Charizard is way up.
Charizard's way up.
Compared to the SCI 500. Look at that. Wow. Let's go 180 days. So this is, by the way, the Market Pulse feature in Market Movers. Wow.
No tariff impact on Charizard.
Wow, guys. Look at this. Over the last 180 days, so the last 6 months, the Charizard index is up 39.3%, where the SCI 500 index of 500, the most prominent sports cards of all time, is up 3.8%. Look at that separation. So basically, if we go over to the Charizard index, so these are the Charizards that comprise of our Charizard index in Market Movers. There's a ton of them. There's 7 pages worth here. So a lot of Charizards.
No shortage of Charizards to choose from.
Yeah, we're tracking a ton of Charizards. But if you amassed a collection of a bunch of these Charizards, that collection is likely up around 40% over the course of the last 6 months. That ain't bad. Whereas if you had a collection of the most iconic sports cards, such as all of these,
it'd be quite the collection.
It would be quite the collection. But if you had that collection of the iconic sports cards, you would be up 4% over the last, which, by the way, still not bad, up 4%, but I'd rather be up 40% than 4%. But the question now is, TPott, is it now a buy, sell, or hold? Just because it's been up 40% over the last 180 days, and maybe that makes it less good of an investment.
Well, this is the Charizard that we're looking at here.
Oh, this is the original.
That's the original.
First edition.
Let's look at a PS. I don't know why it's skipped here. Let's look at this one. This is not the. Let's just look at this one. What's this card been doing? Mostly flat.
Okay.
So look for these dips. Look for these ones, maybe off marketplace on other, smaller ones, or just on weird auction times. But some of the newer stuff that has been going up like crazy, part of me would say I wouldn't buy those.
Yep.
Especially because depending on the set, they'll do reprints. Pokemon's different. They'll just keep printing until the demand starts to shrivel. So, but on the old stuff, you got to throw it into the conversation with just about as secure of a buy as anything, I would think.
I would think so. I mean, vintage first edition Pokemon, I doubt you could go wrong with that. I'd probably feel the same way about that Charizard as I do in 1952 Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
I think they're both pretty great long-term holds. I think it's, even though it's been hot, I think it's probably a pretty good long-term hold.
Bucks lost by 1.
Sorry, TPott.
They're done.
Okay.
They choked. Again, just like the Pistons have in 2 other games.
I don't know. Well, you're saying they choked in this game. I was going to say,
choked
I
in
don't
this
know
game.
that they really choked in the series.
It was 30-13 after the first quarter.
Okay.
And then it was tied at the end of the third quarter. And then it went to overtime, and they were up 6 with like a minute left, and they lost by 1. That's pretty bad.
Up 6 with a minute left. You don't want to lose by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do, all right, we'll do one more of these, and then we're going to do our second giveaway. So, guys, if you just joined the stream here in the last few minutes, and if you're a Market Movers member, make sure to register for the giveaway. If you already registered earlier and you were in the first giveaway, you do not need to register again. But if you haven't, click that link on the top of the screen, and that will get you into the page where you can register for tonight's giveaway, because we are going to do the next giveaway here in just a moment.
I will run it.
If you are not a Market Movers member, then you can go sign up for Market Movers right now. In fact, promo code LIVE will give you 14 days free of Market Movers. We just put it on the bottom of the screen there for you. And you can sign up and you can be part of the giveaways and trivia, which is coming up here tonight in exactly, well, just under 1 hour. Just under 1 hour for trivia. All right, here we go. We're going to do one more spinning wheel debate. Let's go to the big wheel.
Oh, Mr. Judge.
Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge.
All rise.
All right. All rise for Aaron Judge. Let's check in on Aaron Judge's stats this season here. Let's see how he's doing.
He's
405.
he's very good.
405. Look at this.
He's very good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is this season to date. 405. We've got 111 at bats. Gosh. How many home runs? Where are we on home runs? Here we go. Let's go into baseball reference. 8 home runs. Phil is right on the money. 405 with 8 home runs. Gosh. That ain't bad.
No.
That ain't bad.
It's not bad.
All right, can we do, what's our American League, I'm going to Google this here. Let's do American League batting average leaders.
So I forget the card I had looked up. It was
I want to see how big his lead is. Now this has Judge at 412. Maybe he just got a hit.
could be.
Paul Goldschmidt is second at 363. Look at the Yankees. Number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, it's not helping them have a better record than the Tigers.
And then you're down to 345 and 328 and 321. Aaron Judge is way out in front of everybody right now. He's got 9 home runs. Judge just hit a home run.
while we're talking about
I think
this,
he just hit a home run.
while we are talking about this,
Literally.
it's the second of the night.
Is he leading?
Let's see.
He's second in home runs. Cal Raleigh is leading it with 10 home runs.
Judge did not-
Trout's got 9 home runs. Look at Trout.
He did
but
not-
only a 170 batting average. That's a bad combo.
I don't think he just, unless it hasn't even updated on ESPN.
In the first inning.
Yeah, but you're saying it just updated while you were on there, right?
I think Google's behind. Yeah, I think it's behind.
Maybe Google's behind. Maybe Google's behind.
Come on, Google.
All right.
That real-time data.
So one heck of a season. I don't think Judge has been on the top 5 hot cards yet this year. You got to imagine he's headed that direction with this type of performance.
Yeah, I mean,
Are we going to see another year of just like we've seen the last 2 years in a row where Judge, you get into the summer and all of a sudden he's on basically every single top 5 list, it felt like?
It could be.
It's going to happen again?
He's holding better now. Like his cards have gone up and they've gone up. I can't remember which card it was, but I was comparing the identical card of Judge to Ohtani. May have been Judge's Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto Gold compared to Ohtani's, which is his rookie. It's not a prospect because he didn't have a prospect. But Ohtani was like 7x the price of Judge. And I just asked the question, like, should Ohtani be 7x Aaron Judge?
It's a
Aaron
lot.
Judge had one of the best hitting seasons in history, just overall. So
Except for the playoffs and the World
Sure.
Series especially.
that's baseball. It's so streaky. I know, and some guys just in the playoffs don't do well, and that hurt. That hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's got to get a ring, right? He's got to have like winning World Series MVP,
maybe.
and then like that puts him to the next stratosphere.
it would help. It would definitely help if he could get into that category and win a championship and get a ring. It would definitely help. But yeah, he's very, very good.
All right.
There's just
I'm a
nothing
buy.
else.
I'm going to say I'm a buy. Phil, are you a buy? Phil's a buy.
Yeah.
Phil, our
I
producer,
think
Phil is a buy.
I'm a buy.
You're a buy?
I was gonna look up MVP odds just to see how far out in front he is right now. Let's see.
We're feeling optimistic.
this up.
Look at this.
He's a buy.
We both bought tonight. We both bought Cooper Flag. We both bought Charizard, and now we're both buying Aaron Judge. Man, we're feeling good tonight.
We're a month into the season, and right now Judge is minus 550.
A commanding lead in the American League.
We're a month in, and he's minus 550. And a lot of this,
That's
I will
crazy.
say, has to do with the fact that like nobody else is off in the AL is off to anywhere close to the same start. I'm surprised Cal Raleigh's at plus 10,000. Yeah.
I would actually.
Mike Trout.
There might be some value in some of those other names.
Mike Trout's
Still
got the
pretty early in the
6th best
season.
odds right now. I think he has 8 or 9 home. I think he has 9 home runs.
He does, but he's batting 170.
Yeah, he actually has a negative WAR, but he's 6th, 6th in MVP odds right now, which is pretty wild. Yeah, Judge is a beast.
All right, let's do our second giveaway of the night, TPott.
All right.
Let's give some more packs away to Market Movers members.
I got it here. Let me just get the random.
And thank you
dollar.
guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We appreciate all of our Market Movers members and our non-Market Movers members as well. So appreciate all you guys being part of the show tonight.
Okay, 1 second.
Abel is a buy for Judge all day.
We are
Larry Miller says all
good
rise.
to go. All rise. Yep. Okay, gonna go 3 times, and I made sure I got rid of the duplicates this time.
As the wheel turns, says Judge is the GOAT.
1, 2, and a 3.
Were we taking the top
We're doing
8?
8.
Yeah, we'll do 8 again.
Okay. We got Ron Miller, D. Mercer, Liquid Works, Tim Lansom, Jay Ferret 7, Dave 12,358, 112,350. Do be quick, and cheese glue. That's a good motto for trivia. I'll tell you that.
All right, do be quick
Do
and
be
cheese
right
glue.
and quick and cheese glue.
That's something.
Cheese glue.
All right.
Give him an extra pack. That's
All right.
Oh, cheese glue. I've heard of meat glue. I don't know about cheese glue. That's concerning.
All right, Nick. Who's this first one for? Who's number 1?
Ron Miller.
All right, pull something on this. Come on, Nick.
We're bound to get something
Lock
eventually.
in, Nick. Lock in.
Jerry Judy, Buda Baker.
Oh, there you go. Little Penix. Very nice. All right, come on, Nick. You're waking up now.
That's
a little
better.
Wait, why is it a different color?
Hit him with the boot.
It
It's,
looks like are all the rookies
It's
like
not
a different
That's,
chromium?
no. It's like a different variation of it.
2014 retro.
Oh, retro.
2014 retro Michael Penix
Okay,
Jr.
all
There
right.
you go.
How many booms?
2014 retro.
T-Pop's going to look
How
up the
many
price of
booms?
Market Movers, and then I'll assess how many booms.
$2.
$2?
$2.
All right, that's only 1 boom.
That's a half boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
But get it graded. Maybe,
like a-
you
It's like
know,
a sparkler.
could be like a $60 card of that PSA 10s.
Yeah, it could.
I feel like it would be.
Yep.
There you go.
Just don't send it with Jeff submissions.
Nope, don't do that, please.
All right, next pack for D. Mercer.
While he's doing that, Chris in the chat asked if Market Movers will ever offer raw card scanning, and the answer, Chris, is yes. We are actively working on it. I don't have a timeline for you, but it is being worked on.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, this is our best year yet.
Blake Corum, very nice.
End of this year, whole new app. Very good.
All right, who's next?
Liquid Works.
Liquid
2
Works.
packs of Heritage. Going back to baseball.
I keep confusing myself and looking at this screen, which is on a delay.
Yes, no, you got to look at that
screen
screen.
here that's in real time.
Another Chrome.
Who's that?
Erod. Out of, what was that, $6.99?
Erod.
Eduardo Rodriguez.
That's like a throwback.
All right, pack number 2. Phillips, Guerrero Jr., Cropley, Flaherty,
That's
Mini.
like small?
Yeah.
Flaherty Mini. Wow.
Fred Lynn Files, Heel, Joey Ortiz, Josh Smith, and Ahmed Rosario. That was for Liquid Works.
All right.
That Flaherty is like a $10 to $15 card.
Oh, that's a couple of booms.
I mean, this one's 8, 15, 15. Yeah,
That's 2 booms.
interesting.
All right.
Those must be pretty tough.
Boom. Boom. Got a couple booms. Boom.
Hey, Mom, boom. Gotta go.
All right. Nick's doing a little bit better job now.
All right,
let's
that
keep
was
it going,
better.
Nick.
This is for JJ Ferret 7.
I honestly was about to sub Nick out. I was about to go to the bullpen, grab one of the look at Parker over here hanging out in the aisle.
What's he doing?
He's buying for Nick's job.
He's finding all the deals.
No, he's watching the show, and Parker sees how cold. Look at him down there. He's trying to hide. Look at Parker. Parker's trying to hide. Parker's literally down there watching how cold Nick is on this breaking, and
Go add some cards, Parker.
He's buying for Nick's job. Oh, it breaks with Jess in the house. Look at that.
Oh, she's just chilling on the couch.
She's chilling on the couch. I got multiple breakers out there I can call in to replace this Nick
We've got
guy.
options.
If he doesn't start pulling
options.
stuff, I got multiple
Yeah.
breakers in the house I can call
We need
in.
at least a
All right,
2-boom card.
so
on this
so
pack.
National Treasures next month, right?
Yes, that's
All
right.
right.
Good point. No, that's a good way to get crushed.
Chop Robinson, Verse, Begent, and a fat card. First year fresh.
All
Jeremy
right.
McCarthy.
All right.
That's a boom.
That's a boom.
That's a boom.
Better.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, sell it before he plays because he stinks, but
I like it. That's a
right.
good card.
This is for Dave 112358.
Abel in the chat agrees that's a boom.
That's a boom. At least one.
Ryan Bauer says the minis are tough from Heritage.
Will we see any drama tonight with another no call in the Pistons game, causing a Knicks win?
Dominique Wilkins, Clintman rookie.
We got some color.
Oh, you got
got-
a
You put the
Ron
pressure on.
Holland the second.
Put the pressure on. This
All
could be a
right,
boom.
come on.
It's
Let's
a
get a
red.
boom.
That's a red.
Steph Curry red.
Okay, that's
not
pretty
bad.
good. I like
That's
that.
not bad. That's not bad.
It's out of 100.
Oh,
Very
wow.
nice.
That's
Good job,
better.
Nick.
Better than an Andre Drummond.
Hey,
Good job,
I
Nick.
mean,
Thanks for turning this around.
crazy.
There we go. Let's get some cards to our people.
Greatest rebounder, greatest three-point shooter. What's the difference? You know?
Austin said, didn't I have an SGA 1-of-1 contenders auto at some point? No. But I did buy an SGA 1-of-1 Prism Black Monopoly. Remember that? Remember that at Culture Collision? Or not Culture Collision, Collecticon? I bought the SGA. Remember I asked you about it. I bought the SGA.
I thought you bought a Chet.
I did. I bought both.
Oh.
Both the SGA 1-of-1 and the Chet.
What
The
do you-
Chet was the rookie 1-of-1.
What are you doing with
the
them?
SGA is
got 'em?
like a fifth-year 1-of-1.
Still have 'em?
I do. I'm thinking about sending them off to auction right now.
Could. Get
I'm
him
thinking
up on
about it.
Veriswap.
I'm thinking about it. Might put them up on Veriswap. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
We
Who is
got
next?
Dubby Quick.
Doobie
Quick.
Quick and Cheese Glue. That's so good.
A Juju, Hawkinson, Dalton Schultz, Sweat, Play Action Aiden Hutchinson, Caleb Williams rookie.
There you go.
Okay.
Base. And Fiske again.
Yeah. I have a trivia question for the chat, and I'm going to ask it when we're done with this pack. We're going to do one more. Can we afford one extra pack, Nick?
We can.
Are you going to give someone a pack?
I'm going to give a pack. I have a trivia question to ask the chat. The first person who types it in the chat will get a pack.
Is this a Gator trivia question? Can I type it in the chat?
It's not a Gator
Okay.
trivia question.
You know what? I'm still going to play, though. I'm still
play.
going to play.
You can play.
All right, I'm playing.
All right.
I'm on my keyboard.
You can't win, though.
Don't wait. First, don't we have to open a pack for
You
somebody?
can't play.
Or is this...
Yes, open this.
We've
has
still got-
everybody gotten their pack yet?
No, we
Yeah.
still got cheese glue.
We got cheese
Okay,
glue.
give Cheese Glue his pack, and then we're going to do trivia.
So people just start spamming words in the chat.
Rob put Detroit in the chat.
Nothing in that one. Pack number 2
He's assuming it's a Detroit question.
for Mr. Glue. Bregman, Waldron, Chapman. There's a rookie performers, Luciano, Rowdy Telez, Cole Wynn, Laureano, and a Ranger Suarez.
Okay. What's the trivia question?
Okay, the trivia question is, I have a new nickname that I've been gifted by the hobby. On another channel, what is the new nickname? Oh, Lance gets it right away. Oh, Matt, I saw Lance first. I don't know who came in. Look at how many Raptors we know. We have so many people following Spitballing Cards and knowing that I'm Raptor. Technically, it was on the Blabbin' About Slabbin' live stream. But Jeff's just like typing rep T-Pan.
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 It's the cousin of Teapot.
T-Man. Somebody, apparently, Chris's wife tried to type Teapot into the chat and it autocorrected to Raptor. And then the whole chat and then Jeff and Chris were like, we're just going to call you Raptor. That's a much cooler name. So when I get super spicy now, it's Raptor. It's my alter ego.
I'm impressed by how many people know this. Look
Yeah.
at this. Look at all
the
these
Raptors.
fans you have, Teapot.
Yeah.
Look at all these people who watch you on these other things.
Bob Garcia's is T-Pens.
Look at all that. There's a lot of people in here with Raptor.
T-Skillet.
I saw Mark in the video yesterday too.
Wow.
I did.
All right, so who won? Who was the
'Cause I
first?
saw it because I referenced. I pulled the Raptor card out of the box. The
Lance?
first one was Bowman, Lance Bowman.
Yeah, Lance Bowman. I see Lance Bowman
Yep.
as first as
Yep.
well. All right,
Pack
Lance.
for Lance Bowman.
Lance Bowman. Let's get Lance
And
Bowman
Lance
a
was
pack.
even already jumping the gun with
right.
Barry Sanders, Andre Drummond, Grant Hill, so he knows me.
Yeah.
Lance knows me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Lance.
Smart guesses.
Yep. Getting some optic.
Cooper Cup,
Let's get a 2-boomer here.
James, CJ Stroud, Johnson, rated rookie blue, Spencer Rattler.
There you go.
That's a quarterback.
All right.
Ray Davis
Damn.
and Gabriel Davis.
Okay. Well.
All right. You want me to go out there, or you want to do
Yeah,
movers?
let's do this. Let's quick look at something, and then I'm going to send you out.
Oh,
there
we'll do
related
a
to this.
combo.
Okay,
We're gonna do a
combo.
1-2 punch
We're
here,
gonna do a little
Charles.
combo.
Let's go to Teapot's
We're
computer.
gonna go to our screen. So you and I did a contest, a season-long contest.
Oh boy. How did that go?
Great for me. We did the season-long contest. Uh-oh, what happened? I had to log out. Shoot. Well, please undo the share of screen momentarily. This will be very quick. I had to log out of the collection to log in so I could pull the trivia winners, and it's under a different account. All right, we are almost done. Here we go. Good. So what we did was we had a $3,000 budget.
Yes.
And we each picked 10 players.
We
could
did.
do as many cards, but 10 players, and spend the budget and see who fared the best. We did it like the day the season started.
We did.
And I said we're going to run it and see whose collection is worth more when the season ends.
Yes.
When the playoffs start.
Correct.
So we're obviously into the playoffs now. I ran the data last week, and you lost. So, but this was a very fun thing, and just in terms of like gamifying, with sports cards and stuff, I thought this was a lot of fun. You wound up, as of today, down $488. That's about what it was last week when I ran it.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see how my car. You made $493.
Mine's up $493, and if I go back to the collection to look at the codes, hold on, there we go. Back to look at the cards.
Oh yeah,
Let's
John
see.
Morant. That didn't work out so well.
Yeah, Cade was your big payoff, and you
Cade
had
worked
two
out.
Cades.
Yep.
You had two Cades, and that was the big payoff, and then everybody else was kind of Brandon Miller. He was way down.
Yeah, disappointing season for
45%.
Brandon Miller.
Yep. Wemby was the big surprise
Well,
to both.
I mean, Wemby with the
that
injury, yeah.
got hurt.
I mean, that was a shame.
Ja down 55%.
Very disappointed in Ja.
Maxey, we know the Sixers had
Yeah.
a bad season. So, yep. And then my big payoff was Shea.
Yep.
So that was up. He's up big. Tatum's up. Fox. I specifically said Fox I thought was going to wind up on the Spurs. That happened, and then he got more attention in spite of the Wemby injury. And then everybody else was kind of flat. At one point, this is the funny one.
Yeah.
The Embiid.
You thought you got that at a low sale.
I did, and there was actually just a sale even lower than this. If I go back, I believe over the last there was a $501 sale that happened. So I thought I was getting this for a steal, and then
Then it was Embiid.
Embiid's market's
And
never going to
Embiid
be the
did
same.
Embiid things.
Yeah. Kobe White was up for a while, but that was fun. So if you go out to the aisles, in the spirit of NBA, I guess. Well, you already had me do NBA. I was going to have you go out there. Go to football. Forget this.
Yeah,
I
I'm
said
going
there
to
was
pick
segue.
I'm going to pick my football cards
Pick
that are
your
going to beat
football.
you.
Yeah, pick
That's
the
what we'll
football
do.
cards. Show
Let's
me
go do
some
that.
stuff that you think between now and the National could be a good play at the National.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Thank you,
And no
Carter.
asking Carter for help.
All right, Carter's holding the door open here. Help! I don't need any help from Carter. By the way, look at this. We're live in 4 of the 5 right now. We got we're live selling right now. The store's closed, but we're live on Cards HQ Shop, Cards HQ Pokey, Cards HQ Breaks, and then Fanatics Live down here. We are live on all of them right now. Look at that. We got Breaks with Jess poking in over there, just kind of checking out what's going on in the Cards HQ Breaks channel. So they're all live. That's it's fun to see. Even though the store is closed, it's cool to see. I mean, how many live streams do we have going on at once? Because we got our own live stream going on too. Plus all of that. That's some serious internet bandwidth. Okay, let's go to football. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to select the cards that I'm going to use to beat TPott in the football challenge this year. You know what? We're going to start right off the bat with a card that is going to send chills down TPott's spine, and that is Caleb Williams, TPott. Put Caleb Williams on my top 10 list. Put him there, TPott.
I actually agree with you. I hate to say that I agree with you.
The Bears are going to be much improved. They got the new coach who's going to be much better.
It's a PSA 10?
It is a PSA 10 of the Purple Power.
Wow.
I believe those are out of 49.
That's tough. There's
Oh,
not
that's a
even
good
any
one.
of those, there's no sales of that.
Yeah. We've also got the PSA 9 version of it down here
Wow.
too, by the way. So
What's the
our football showcase is looking really solid.
What do we have
TPott.
the 9 at?
1,080.
Yeah, that's what it's at. So the 10 at 3,800 it's probably a pop 1.
Yeah, 3,200 is what we got the 10 at.
3,200. Okay, yeah, that seems about right.
Seems
3x
fair.
multiplier. Yeah.
Let's-
Wow.
Let's see who else we got in here. I'm not going to buy. I'm going to skip out. I'm going to skip Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to skip Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm not feeling great about. Ooh, look at that. I mean, this is not for next season, but look at that card in the upper left, TPott.
Yep.
Look at that one, huh?
Yep.
Look at that one.
Yep.
That's a nice one right there. Little Brady.
Yeah.
Who else do we have here who I would be interested in for this next season? You don't like JJ, huh?
No.
You don't believe in JJ?
No.
All right. We'll skip JJ then. We got a nice Jordan Addison over here too, but if you don't believe in JJ,
I mean, it's not
Then I
about
can't-
whether
I
I
can't
believe.
really
though.
believe in Jordan
Will-
Addison.
Will the people believe in JJ?
Well, that's really the
real
question.
Question.
that's the question right there. Let me see who else we got here. You know what? Maybe I'll throw a little Lad McConkey in there. He's
McConkey.
exciting. I like Lad McConkey.
Yeah.
Although I don't really know that he's necessarily going to be that much markedly better than he was last season. Last season, he was pretty good as a rookie.
He was good last year.
He was quite good last year.
Pandora.
You think Josh Allen can go
PSA
back-to-back
10.
on MVPs?
$100. Last sale, $100 right on.
Yeah, right on point.
Yep.
We got Josh Allen over there.
Could Josh Allen? Yeah, for
He
sure.
might go back-to-back
he
on
could.
MVPs.
It's tough. It's going to be competitive.
I could see him doing it.
I think Burrow's going to be back in the mix next year.
How about Justin Fields? Can he get anything going with the Jets, TPott?
I mean, he couldn't get anything going with the Steelers.
I mean, that's a cheap card. 2022 Select Justin Fields Gold Disco Prism PSA 10. It's only $200.
Yeah. Seems like a nice guy.
All right.
I don't know if
Teapot's
it's
not
gonna
impressed.
translate.
Let's look over here. Phil. How do I feel about Drake May right now? Because we got a short print Drake May. How does the chat feel about Drake May? Oh, we got some really nice Drake May cards, Teapot.
Yeah, well, let us know in
How
the
does
chat
the
what you
chat
think
feel
of
about
Drake
Drake
May.
May? Look, we got a Drake May white prism right there.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking card. I like that one. We've also got Drake May down here on the Future Stars as well. We got a Drake May pink prism, pink disco prism up there.
We got donuts.
We've also got a Drake May auto if you go to the left. Gold auto. Yeah,
we got two Drake Mays good. We got
Okay.
a boom, which I think
we got a boom. All right, I'm going to take one of the Drake Mays.
Okay.
All right, so that's what I'm going to start with. I'll do a little more thinking about the rest, but I feel like that's a good starter kit. Caleb Williams, Drake May. That's going to be a pretty good starter kit for me
got
for
about 1
our
minute
contest.
left
1 minute?
to
Oh,
find-
okay. All right. Let me look for a value card. By the way, guys, all of our graded cards, not our raw cards, but all of our graded cards are all for sale on cardshq.com. So if you see any of these cards that you are interested in scooping, they're all on cardshq.com right now, available for sale. Okay, let me pick a more value-oriented card. Okay, this one is simple for me. I'm going to go Burrow.
Yep.
We got two Tag 9 Burrows right here.
All right.
Rookie Mosaic Silver Prism Burrows. Either one of those will play. Burrow's got his receivers back. They somehow signed both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. He's coming off a year last year where his stats were MVP level. The team just wasn't good enough, but they did get better at the end of the season. I like Burrow. I think Burrow will be hot at the National. I think he'll be hot going into this next season.
Yeah.
Incredible talent. So put Burrow on my list, and I'm going to take some Burrow as well. Okay.
I think I'm pretty much right on with those picks.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Teapot's agreeing with me.
I don't know if Lad McConkey will, but just like you said.
Well, I just kind of threw that
it's
one
kind
in
of a
there.
fun card.
We kind
I
of
like
threw that
him.
one in there. By the way, check out the kicks, Phil. Check out the kicks. Those
Legit.
were I was wearing those to the Tops conference today.
Legit.
Not bad, huh? Those are fun. All right, there we go. All right, we got to go back inside. Oh, we got Jess over here in the
Ooh,
breaks with Jess.
Guest breaker.
Cards HQ breaks.
Guest side chair.
Guest breaker breaks with Jess next to Slab Mania in the big chair tonight. There you go. They are live right now on Whatnot on Cards HQ breaks on Whatnot tonight, having some fun. Good to see them in studio tonight. All right. I locked myself out here, Phil. I don't have my key. Hopefully Phil's got a key. Otherwise, we're just going to be standing here.
Oh, just leave him out
All right,
there.
Phil's got a key. Here we go. All right, here we go. There you go, sir. All right, Teapot, that was fun.
That was.
What else we got? I know we got to do one more giveaway
We're
tonight.
We're
You want to do some Q&A
We got
first?
some Q&A.
Yeah.
A little bit of Q&A.
Let's take some audience questions. Let's
Go
do
back
that.
to the audience.
We're going to go back to people who asked questions before the show started tonight, and everyone's going to get a pack. This is something we do for our Market Movers members every time here. So this question from Cody14, if you could bring back any set from the past, what would it be? Ooh. Wow. I would bring back Teapot, some of those sets from the 90s. Molten, like Metal Universe. Bring back Metal Universe.
And there is metal. It's just like Marvel.
Yeah.
They still.
Well,
do it.
yeah, that's true.
And there is metal.
That is
Upper
true.
Deck. They've made metal.
Yeah.
But it's all unlicensed.
Yeah.
So you can get like
Yeah,
Jordan
it's
autos
not the
and
same.
stuff out of it. But
Bring back Metal.
old
I'm
metal.
sure a lot of people would say Exquisite Basketball.
A lot of people would say exquisite. Immediately, I went to. First thing that came to mind was Fleer Ultra.
Okay.
And just Skybox Premium. Those two, I'd love to see those again, done well. Gold medallions, like the LeBron.
Yeah.
I love Ultra. I love that. But it's hard. It's just like a different era. When they try to bring it back now, it just doesn't hit
Yeah,
the
it
same.
may not hit the same.
It just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a cover band doing a 70s song. And you're
Yeah.
like, okay, that's your twist. You're not the same, But, yeah. Somebody said, Lance Bowman said, if Platinum Anniversary is dead, please make it a live Tops. I have inside information.
Oh,
Lance.
boy. We're breaking news.
It is not dead. It is going to be an odd year product, meaning there is no 2024 platinum anniversary, but it is coming back in 2025. And it'll be back in 2027, 2029. So Topps is looking at some products as being on a rotation, so every other year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we learned a lot of interesting stuff at the Topps conference. There's going to be an episode of the Jeff Wilson Show coming out tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. on the Jeff Wilson Show YouTube channel, where TPott and I sit down for about 40 minutes and go through all the news from the Topps conference. I know one thing that there's a lot of news on that show. We're not going to try to recap it all now because it took a long time to go through all this stuff. All the product news, everything new coming for the next year. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of really, really cool stuff. I will mention, because it may tie into trivia a little later, TPott, that the Topps talked about how they were going to standardize their parallels across all of their sets, across all of their sports, which was welcome news to us data people.
Yes.
I like that fact. You know, an orange out of 25 should be the same in multiple products. A red out of 5 should be the same in multiple products. A blue out of 150 should be the same in multiple products, and it now will be. Golds will always be out of 50, etc. And they're also going to take their short print inserts, things that like the Radiating Rookies and the Helix and maybe the Spotlight and things like that, and they're going to make those in multiple products as well. So they're going to kind of try, kind of like what Panini's done with the Downtowns and the Kabooms and the Color Blasts. Topps is trying to do the same and develop out these insert lines, super short print inserts that are going to go across all of their products. In fact, they just announced a new one. What was that one called? Crystallized, I think?
Yes.
The gemstone one?
That's right.
That one looked kind of interesting, too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's open up a pack for Cody 14.
All right. Going back to Optic Football. See if we can get one of those Downtowns. Herbert, White, Christian Kirk, Judy, Hidden Potential Sanders, a Jalen Polk, and a Will Richard. That's for Cody.
All right. We'll do another question from the audience here. This one from Juan. Juan Delgado asks, if you had to predict one major change in the trading card hobby over the next 5 years, what would it be? Well, I mean, we just were at the Topps conference the last couple days and hearing about a lot of changes. I don't think that we heard anything that was completely unexpected that was going to be a big change. But, I mean, it was, reinforced that I think the biggest change is going to be that the NBA and the NFL licenses are switching from Panini to Topps. The NBA license on October the 1st of this year. The NFL license on April the 1st of next year. And Topps is queued up to start releasing basketball sets as soon as the license change is over. And football sets, they announced that they weren't going to release any 2025 season football sets until they got the license on April 1st, 2026. And then they were going to release a lot of football sets. Yeah. So basically all the stuff from this next year's rookies, you won't see it during the season from Topps. They're going to hold it all back till April so that when they put it out, it's all officially licensed.
Yep. I've got 3 things. The first is I think there are going to be a lot more experiential things related to cards. It was something they kind of said they're looking more and more and more into, how to bring fans to the game, more interactions with athletes. We have like the Hobby Rip Night, we have the Fanatics, Fanatics Fest with a lot of athletes and celebrities and things like that. I think they're going to keep looking for ways to let people who hit certain cards get redemptions to events. They announced that they're doing the Grails series in Formula One this year. They've done it in soccer. So if you get all 9 Grails, which will be posted on a public leaderboard as you redeem them, you get to go to one of the races and get like a VIP experience. So more of that stuff. Second, I think because it was trading cards, not just sports cards, I think non-sports cards, entertainment cards are going to really start to go up. I think they'll be very popular. I think they're putting a lot of energy into that. So other entertainment IPs and things I think will continue to grow in popularity. And the biggest change, I believe, is that the hobby is going to keep growing, really significantly growing. And for some people, that's going to be, I hate to say it, an unwelcome change. There's just going to be a lot of new ideas, a lot of new ways that people want to collect, a lot of new people, competition for certain cards, and it's going to be maybe tougher to track down the one-of-ones and stuff if you like that. So I think the hobby's growing a ton, and the biggest thing Topps has to figure out is how to manage production and all of the demand for different cards. with that growth. Obviously, I think we're both very excited about that, but I do think it's going to be felt in a certain way, and hopefully everybody's okay with that. But I think it's going to be a change.
Yeah. Good points indeed. All right, thank you, Juan, for the question. Let's get it back for you.
All right, 2 packs of Heritage again. We'll flip through these pretty quick. All right. Okay, pack number 2. Blanco, Jordan Hicks, Caballero, another Paul Skeens rookie. Ben Brown, Jackson Holiday rookie.
There you go.
Andrew Vaughn, Forrest Whitley, and Jorge Soler.
All right.
Pack 2 was better.
Casey Felton wants to know who will be the most hyped rookie from the 2025 rookie football class. I mean, I guess you got to go Cam Ward.
Yeah.
I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems kind of almost a boring answer, but it's got to be Cam Ward.
Yeah,
right?
it'll be Cam Ward, definitely. Travis Hunter will be popular too.
Yeah.
I think he'll be popular.
I'm more excited to see what Travis Hunter does.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah.
I think he could end up, I mean, if he's truly playing on both sides of the ball and putting up numbers on offense and, doing well at cornerback on defense, be really exciting to see.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm also excited about Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be fun to see what he does as well for the Raiders.
Tyler Warren, that's the guy I'm
right.
going to keep saying over and over again. He seems very NFL ready to me and very athletic.
There's a few names to
George
watch
Kittleish.
there, Casey, for sure. All right, let's get Casey a pack.
All right, we're going to go with another pack of Optic here. Got a Juju, Jonathan Allen, Hines Allen, Kyle Hamilton, rated rookie blue, Brian Thomas Jr.
It's all right.
It's all right.
That plays. Ricky
Pearsall,
Pearsall, go Gators.
and Jamari Thrash.
Pearsall's probably going to have an increased role with Debo's.
Pearsall's good. Pearsall's good.
Yeah.
He's ready for it. Can be the #1 target of your favorite quarterback, Brock Purdy.
This is a good question.
Big Matty, will UFC cards ever come close to the popularity of other sports like basketball, football, or baseball? Do you think it's a good idea to buy or hang on to UFC sports cards as a long-term investment? Thank you from Big Matty from Down Under.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
Hello,
have
Australia.
I have an opinion on this.
Okay.
What I can tell you is Topps is definitely putting more energy into UFC. They're creating more products. UFC is very popular. UFC has a challenge in that many fighters are very short-lived. They make it, they win the belt, and then they lose the belt. Like it seems it's happening more and more often. Very few like defending the belt over and over again. Even Alex Pereira, who was like winning and winning, suddenly he loses. So they kind of are like, they come as fast as they go. You know what I mean? And if you're trying to have staying power, you've got to get into that GOAT conversation. People who watched UFC for a long time go back and they know John Jones kind of goes back into 2 eras now for a lot of people, but they go back and they know George St. Pierre and they know Chuck Liddell and they know the all-time greats, the OGs. Then there's another era of people like me who have gotten into UFC newer. While I recognize the greatness of those fighters, I don't have the same emotional connection to them. So there's like 2 eras, and a lot of those guys don't have a lot of cards. So I think the more that Dana White, who's into cards, keeps putting energy into this, and the more they can get iconic fighters who stay a little bit or at least carry some kind of long-term momentum with them, that's what really needs to happen. Otherwise, it's like all these new fighters coming all the time. It's hard to draw in people who aren't the most diehard, fans who know all the like 2nd and 3rd tier fighters. So it's a little bit challenging. It's some of the same challenges I think they have in F1, though different in that it's like, well, you got the top guy, and then all these other people, and how do we fill up a checklist properly? But I think UFC has an opportunity to become something more like hockey, where it's mostly a diehard like collector base who really like the cards. I don't know that it's going to become like a super investable sport in the hobby.
That is good analysis. I'm gonna go with what you said on that.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, Big Matty, let's get you a pack.
All right, there's 3 minutes. 3 minutes until the giveaway to get your submission in and sign up if you have not already. Promo code LIVE. Go to marketmoversapp.com. Use promo code LIVE to get 2 weeks free. So you pay nothing and you're in the drawings, and you get to use Market Movers for 2 weeks.
All right, we got a backwards card here. We haven't hit our auto yet, so
Oh,
that could be it.
okay.
Joel Embiid, Rasheed Wallace. We'll go to this orange.
What's that?
Terry Eason
Oh, I thought that was Thompson.
out of 125.
All right, let's get Big Matty something nice here. Come on, Nick.
And we got a
Ooh, red?
Harrison Ingram, red
Don't
fast
know who
break.
that is, but it's red.
Auto numbered to 99.
Okay, there you go.
That's nice.
It's a
All
boom.
right,
a good
that
hit.
is
Boom.
that. It's a boom.
Couple booms.
That is going to the down under.
Down under.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. By the way, just a reminder, guys, if you have your name called to win any prize tonight, make sure you click the link at the top of the YouTube chat. Scroll down on that page, and there's a prize redemption form. Please fill that out. Abel wants to know, what MLB players are you impressed with so far this season? Pete Crow Armstrong made a little bit of
Having a very
noise.
good year.
Having a nice year, multi-home run games. Just tossing somebody out who's kind of a young
Yeah.
player who's cupping up. Jacob Wilson for the A's. He's like what, fourth or fifth in batting
he
average.
swings
leaders
at
in the-
everything.
Yeah.
Like literally everything. Out of the zone, like impossible to strike out, kind of, Luis Arias type, Ichiro, just puts the ball in play.
The A's have some nice players.
Yeah.
Soderstrom, they got some nice players.
Yeah.
Who impresses you, TPott?
Well, one near and dear to me that's just been a big improvement is Spencer Torkelson's been playing much
yeah.
better this year than he has.
I knew he'd go with
in
Detroit.
Previous years had
I
had
knew
to
it.
throw it. Tyler Soderstrom was off to a hot start.
Yep.
He's cooled down a little bit. Kyle Tucker, sorry Nick, playing very well for the Cubs, very very well. But the guy that I said in like 5 different videos all during the offseason was one specific player, and that guy's name is Corbin Carroll. And Corbin Carroll's having a fantastic season.
Yep.
Fantastic season. So I would say right now it's Carroll, Tucker, Tatis
Yep.
in the MVP conversation in the NL right now.
Yep.
So
Carroll's a
yeah,
good answer.
Carroll's got 9 home runs. His arm looks stronger. He's very good.
There you go.
Very good.
Well, we'll go with some heritage here. Rodriguez, Arise, Haniger, Nunez, Wensiel Perez, Mali, Martin, Merrifield, and Cutter Crawford.
James Wood also has been very good so far. He's obviously very young. Was one of the big rookies. He's good.
Rosario, Mitchell Parker.
Lance Bowman says he's got a Corbin Carroll Real One Auto PSA 10. That's a very nice card.
That's legit.
That's a
we
legit
got
card.
something here. Speaking of,
What we got, Nick?
We got a Chrome Refractor
Black?
rookie
Oh, no.
for the Cardinals. Mason, nope, Drew Rom
Drew Rom.
out of
Alright.
$6.99, $5.99.
I love the chrome.
And Ellie, Irving Lopez, Matt Chapman, and a Iwasawa.
All right, I got a.
One more question. Let's do one more
Okay, yeah,
question,
'cause
and then
after
we're
this-
going to do our last giveaway of the night. Do you think the dual downtowns will hold their value? That's a great question, Brittany. My answer on that is no. And the reason why I'm going to say no is because it is so rare to have a pairing of 2 players on a card where both of those players go on to have an illustrious career.
Yeah.
And that both of those players maintain some type of connection. Like it just, how many times have you seen a, LeBron James on auto card where there's a second player on the card and it's like not impressive. You see, Exquisite and some of the other sets in like the 2000s like to do a lot of those dual logo men, triple logo men, dual autos, triple autos. And you look back on them, and oftentimes it's like one of the players is a real standout. You got Kobe on the card, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you got like another guy or two, and sometimes it's someone you can't
Wally
even remember them
Szczerbiak.
being in the league.
You're like, what?
And so it's like that tends not to hold up great. It tends that the careers of the 2 players on the card, go in different directions, and they may not even. They often try to pair like 2 guys up on the same team or something like that, but they may not even be on the same team in another year, especially in football. So I think you're taking a risk. I think they're cool cards in the moment, but in terms of long term, you're almost always with cards better off buying individual cards. Almost always. The only exception I would make to that is if it's a Kobe LeBron or something like that, you know, a Jordan Kobe or something like that, then okay. But that, of course, you only know that now once both of their careers are over and you can see that they've both become all-time greats. The chance that Bijan Robinson and Drake London are both going to go on to become all-time greats, you know, for the Falcons, you know, so it's like maybe one of them will be good, and then you'll kind of wonder why the other one is on the card in like 8 years.
What they needed to do was like, I like when if they do pairings, like if it was Barry Sanders and Jahmyr Gibbs, you know, like, you know, okay, Gibbs might not work out, who knows, but at least then you're locking in the other one as having been great. You know, do the hometown pairings. But
I like that. Yeah. Except, you know, Gibbs might not even be on Detroit in 3 more years.
Right.
And so then that kind of then makes the card less good for that reason, too.
Yeah.
So.
But that would apply,
Yeah. So anyway,
all right,
that's kind of my take. Let's give Brittany a pack.
Give her a pack.
All right. We'll do 2 packs of Optic this time around. We're getting near the end, so we'll burn through some of these. Hopefully get that dual downtown.
Yeah, get one.
Singletary
Brittany deserves a dual
Olave,
downtown after I just trashed it.
a blue rated rookie, Marshawn Lloyd, McClellan, and a Kyle Pitts. And then the second pack.
No Go Gator to that, huh? Nothing?
Go Gators. I'm slow. I'm tired now. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I got slow with the Go Gators.
We're fading.
I got slow with the Go Gators.
Malik Neighbors, blue.
Hey, that's
That's nice.
Color match. Rookie. Malik Neighbors.
Will Shipley and a Trevor Lawrence
All right.
for Brittany.
There you go.
$10 raw.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Not bad. Paid for a month of Market Mover starter right there.
There you go.
What do we want to do? You want to do our third giveaway of the
We're gonna
night?
do the giveaway. I got
All right, guys. This is
184 people here.
This is our last giveaway of the night for Market Movers members. Then we are going to advance to our trivia game. We appreciate all of you guys being Market Movers members, and this is our way of thanking you guys each month. What we are going to do. How many winners do we need here, Nick? Give out the rest of the packs.
10 this time.
10 winners.
All right.
Top 10 will win a prize.
And that's 1. Whoops. That's 2. And this is 3. Okay. We got Blue K, Ron Miller, Theodore Wertelman, 8 Cats and 13, Jamwell, Cheese Glue and Jamwell, seems like a good pairing. Jonathan P. Glazer, Jess Molina, JHJ, Jason Skyme, and Jonathan Grant.
Nice.
All right.
There you go. That's our 10 winners. But if you not won a prize tonight, fear not, because we're going to play trivia in just a few minutes. You got a chance for gift cards at Cards HQ. $100 gift card for the winner of trivia tonight, TPott. We got a $50 for second place, $25 for third place, and then some random person will get $25 as well. So even if you're not good at trivia, you can still win $25 gift card to Cards HQ, which can be spent on cardshq.com. But now let's open up some packs for some of those folks we just called.
Okay.
I think we got time to open up at least a few of them.
Yeah.
And Nick, before you open up the first pack here, tell the audience about the national giveaway that we are doing right now for our Market Movers members.
Sure thing. So if you sign up to be a Market Movers member anytime between now and June 17th, we're going to be giving one lucky member and their guest a all-inclusive trip to the 2025 National in Chicago. So that's airfare, round trip for you and a guest, hotel for, I believe, 4 nights there, the opportunity to be included in some of the content we're going to be filming, meet and greets with the team. We have a member happy hour that we're going to be doing, and much more. So it's a really cool opportunity for someone to get to go to the National.
We're excited
Awesome.
to do that. It's going to be super cool.
Yeah.
Be fun to have a member there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring him out there. All right, let's open up some packs for some of the folks who just won.
All right. This is for Blue K. We'll flip through these. Glasnow, Amaya, Frankie Montas, Shenton, Kolek, Tyler Anderson, Frawley, Pajes, and Nick Gordon. Pack number 2. Grayson Rodriguez, Siri, Bailey Ober, Birdie, Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
Don't
How do they
know.
sign up for the National? Is it just do they have to sign up, or we're just drawing a random member?
On June 17th, during our member or Market Movers Live for that month, we'll be drawing one lucky winner during the stream live. So if you just have to be a member at that time,
So
we'll
it's
pull that
any
list.
member. They don't have to. Do they have to be in that stream on June 17th?
No,
Okay.
Just be a member at that point. We're going to poll all of our members, and we'll find a interesting way to announce that. But tune in on that date, and we'll find out who the winner is.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
Very nice. All right, who gets it back next?
Going to Ron Miller.
Bellinger is the white border parallel.
Oh, nice.
Did
I
you
guess
miss that in the last pack?
I
from
missed
Heritage?
that.
Did you get a Bellinger white border parallel?
There were 2 Cody Bellingers in there, but they looked mighty similar to me. Williams, Von Miller, Charbonnet, George Kittle, J.J. McCarthy.
Hey!
There you
That's good.
That's nice.
That's good, TPott. That's good.
Devin Leary and a Garrett Wilson. So that was Ron
Looking it
Miller.
up. $28.
$28. Look at that.
Yep.
Who won that one?
Ron Miller.
That was Ron.
Congratulations, Ron.
Miller. Nice.
This is for Theodore Werdelman, I believe.
The Blue Hyper, $28. Look
Yep.
at that.
No PSA 10s yet.
All right. Bogdan, Okoro, Steve Nash, Gigi Jackson, Reed Shepard. We got another backwards card. Terrence Shannon Jr., fast break. DeJounte Murray, a Zion, a Reed Shepard rookie, and Jalen Green, silver.
Kind of tricked you.
I don't know
Jalen
why
Green
that was
silver.
backwards.
Yeah, I've had that happen in those prison packs.
Okay. This is for A. Katzen 13.
All right, guys, we're just about 3 or 4 minutes away from trivia starting tonight, so stay tuned. Fun part of the evening.
A.J. Brown, Lazard, Keenan Allen, Cortland Sutton, Best Tuddies, Chris Olave, Derek Carr,
Best type.
McClellan, and a Caleb Williams rookie.
Guys, if you want to go ahead and get in trivia to get set, by the way, it's on that link that is pinned on the top of the YouTube chat. You got to be a Market Movers member to play trivia. But if you click that link on the top of the YouTube chat, on that page, there's a link to trivia. So go to that page and go ahead and start getting yourself into trivia. We'll start it here in just a couple minutes.
This is for Jamwell. 2 packs of Heritage. Campbell, Matsui, Jared Jones, Robbie Ray, White Border, Ezekiel Duran, Leisure, Josh Bell, Vines, and a Josh Hader. Pack number 2. Barossa, Kopech, rookie outfielders, Kevin Biggio, Will Klein, Logan Porter, Blake Snell, Lorenzen, and a Wyatt Langford rookie.
Cool. Was anything special going on with that Blake Snell?
Did someone say there was?
No, the color is different? Or are my eyes bad?
It's all one color.
Is it 2 shades of green?
It's 2 shades of
Oh, it
green.
is,
Oh, it's 2 shades of green.
Yeah.
Somebody said that the one of the skeins earlier was an aqua. So there you go.
It's so tricky.
All right.
All right.
I did ask the question. I asked the question to the lead designer for the baseball products at the conference if they would print the name of the parallels on the back of the cards. And he's like, maybe, but we could also just direct people to the website. It was kind of a non-committal answer, but I'm going to just keep saying it.
Keep
all
saying
the
it.
time.
They need to.
Everybody I've ever said that to is like, yes, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Dealer or otherwise,
Yeah.
everybody.
100%. All right, who's next, Nick?
Jonathan Glazer. Another pack of Optic. Let's see what we get here. Rashee Rice, Diggs, Tagovailoa, Nakua, Blue, Cooper DeJean,
All right.
That's nice.
There you go. Super Bowl hero.
Culp, and a Ray Davis.
Not bad, Nick. Not bad. I feel like you've redeemed yourself a little bit tonight.
There's been some good cards in there. Jess Molina is next. Back to basketball.
The dark green over light green border is a short print, says Lance Bowman.
Yeah.
So that was a short
I
print.
appreciate how knowledgeable everyone is about
They
heritage.
they
and
know
all
their
the-
heritage
yeah.
in the chat here.
Yeah.
Better than I do, that's for sure.
Chris Paul, Kawhi Leonard, Thompson, Holland, Salon, Jalen Brunson. What is that? Kaleidoscope.
I got a blue. I
Kaleidoscopic.
got a blue.
Blue.
Got a blue.
Celtics. Baylor Shireman.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that
He was not on my list.
out of 150?
No,
High-
no, he
high
wasn't.
probability
He wasn't your
breakouts.
likely
No.
playoff breakout there.
No.
Okay.
Giannis and a Miles Bridges.
Okay.
That was for Jess Molina.
Sorry we didn't do better for you, Jess. It's Nick's fault.
And then this is for JHJ. Football.
Who's going to win trivia tonight, Teapot? Are you going to win trivia tonight?
I feel like maybe.
I feel, having been the creator of the trivia questions, I feel like you got a decent shot at
Okay,
trivia tonight.
yeah.
Pretty decent shot.
I did acknowledge my fatigue, but feel all right.
Blue. Lad McConkey.
There
Okay,
you
I
go.
like that.
That's
Color
nice.
match.
Yep.
He's good, even though he's Georgia Bulldog, but he's still good. Got to give him his due.
So
Good
we've-
player.
We've hit decently on the recent blue hypers.
Yeah, the Blue
Yeah.
Hypers have been coming through.
Got the McCarthy. We got the.
These aren't bad.
We had who did we have? We had Cooper DeJean. We had McCarthy. We had Ladd. We had somebody else. It was like a $10.
Malik
one there.
Neighbors.
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 $10.
Yeah. Not bad, actually.
Not bad.
Those weren't bad.
All right, for Jason Skim.
So we got Jason and then Jonathan.
This time I'm gonna pick up one of these short prints or image variations. Connor Kaiser, Hunter Renfro, Gomez, Hoskins, Pareda. There's a white name. No, nothing. Matt Carpenter. There's a yellow name. Anthony Molina, Cronenworth, Canario. And then pack number 2.
Stone Collector wants to tell you, Nick, that if you are a breaker for a living, you should know on these short prints.
I'm not a breaker for a living.
Yeah, that's right. After this showing, you're certainly not, Nick.
Bring Parker back.
Parker's
goodness.
still lurking
He,
out
he
there.
can open his WWE
Parker
cards.
has
Did you
these-
not know that the light green over the dark green was a short print? Come on, man.
I know that there's a white border in here. I can see that. Aaron Nola, white border, Yankees, John Birdie. Isak, Peterson, rookie pitchers, Willie Castro. That was for Jason Skim.
Jonathan, last one.
All right, one more, and then we're going to do our trivia tonight, guys. Once again, if you're not in trivia, go ahead and get yourself registered for trivia. You got to be Market Movers member to play trivia. You click the link that is pinned to the top of the YouTube. That will take you to our Market Movers Live membership page, and then on that page, there's a link to trivia. Even if you are not good at trivia, still play along, because one random person who plays tonight will get a $25 gift card to Cards HQ. And then, of course, first place will get $100, second place will get $50, and third place will get $25 as well. So lots of prizes tonight for trivia. Cards HQ digital gift cards, which can be used on cardshq.com.
All right. K. Doughton, Smith Ajigba, Etienne, Mari Cooper. Primary colors, Brian Thomas Jr., Johnny Wilson, and a Brian Thomas Jr. rated rookie.
All right, there we go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We ripped some packs tonight.
Yes.
Got some stuff. But now it's time for the real show.
Yep.
It is time for trivia, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to get our trivia game going, so I'm going to give you guys about 30 more seconds to get in trivia before the game starts. Once again, the link to get into trivia is if you go to the top of the YouTube chat and click that link at the top of the YouTube chat. On that page, if you're a Market Movers member, you got to log in, and then on that page, it will take you over to the trivia game. Make sure to get over there right now. If you have won any prize tonight, make sure to also fill out the winner form. That is on that same link, the link that is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. Fill the winner form out right there and get into that. That way we know where to send your cards to. So make sure to fill that out if you've won any of these packs tonight, or if you win trivia, you're going to want to fill that out as well. Now, the way that this trivia game is going to work, it's going to be 10 questions. Of course, you have to answer the questions right to get points, but also, the quicker you answer the question right, the more points you get. So you want to be correct, but you also want to be fast and correct. And after the 10 questions, the person with the most points is going to win trivia. Will show us the leaderboard, and that's how we get the prizes. Teapot normally does quite well. Typically hard to beat. Often top 5, sometimes number 1. So tonight you're trying to dethrone Teapot, although I don't think you won last time.
I did not.
I think you won maybe the time before last.
I won back-to-back before that.
Okay. All right. Well, Teapot's trying to get back to number 1. We'll see if he can do it tonight. And it is time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and start the countdown timer and start tonight's trivia. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Let me share my screen if you want, Charles. There we go. Here's our winners.
I did not win. I know that much.
Lance
There you go.
Bowman, third place. Baseball 500, second place. Teapot, are you one or are you outside the top three?
I did terrible.
Jason Rohrer, first place.
I don't even know if I was top 10.
Wow, look
No,
at that.
14.
Wow, Teapot. I actually thought you were going to do well with the trivia tonight. Teapot, 14.
Yeah, I legitimately wasn't seeing the questions until it was at 80. Like, the internet is really bad, and so I wasn't even seeing anything until it was at 80, and then I was playing in a 20-point hole. So someday our internet here will work, but I still beat Jordan. This is where Jordan will call me on the way home and say, well, I didn't start until question 7, something like that. But
well, let's celebrate the winners. Jason in first place with a score of 660. That's very, very impressive.
good score.
That's a really good score. He really kind of kicked everybody's butt tonight, Jason. Good job to you. Baseball 500 with a nice showing in second place with a score of 588, and just ever so slightly behind him, Lance Bowman with a score of 586 in third place. So Jason's going to take down a $100 Cards HQ gift card. Baseball 500, $50. Lance Bowman, $25. And then we had some other regular names, Otono, Caleb, Luke, Big C7 cards, Brian, Matt. Just unfortunately just outside of the prizes there, but all with strong showings tonight as well.
I think this is either
Wisconsin Collectibles beat you by 1 spot
I
tonight.
think this is either my worst or second worst finish ever.
This is pretty bad for you,
Yeah.
Teapot. I got to say.
Yeah. I also got 4
I'm
wrong.
disappointed you missed the Tim Tebow question.
Yeah, I was like, it's either 10 or 11, and the same thing on the last year of Topps Chrome football. I was like 14, 15, and I just clicked.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll send you back to training camp.
Yep.
But in the meantime, let's celebrate our winners. Jason, Baseball 500, and Lance. And then we got to pick one more random winner. So, Nick, I'm going to have you pick a random number between 4 and 74, because that was the last person who scored a point. 4 and 74.
Let's do 60.
60. Someone on down the leaderboard, Keith Iglesias, with a score of 169, was in 60th place. Keith, congratulations. Thank you for playing along, even though it wasn't the best score tonight. We appreciate you playing along, and you too have won a $25 Cards HQ gift card. Guys, just a reminder, if your name was called as any of the winners tonight, make sure to fill out that prize winner form pinned at the top of the YouTube chat, because that is how we are going to know how to get you your prize. We very much appreciate you watching. If you're not a Market Movers member and you would like to join in all the fun next month, including the giveaways and the trivia, we do this every single month, and you can sign up for Market Movers right now. Just go to sportscardinvestor.com, click Market Movers in the main menu bar, and that promo code LIVE at the bottom of your screen gets you 14 days of Market Movers free. Thank you guys for watching. Any last comments tonight, Teapot?
Pistons are neck and neck, up 3 right now. So, and
All right.
it looks like the Astros just went up 3-2.
We'll let Teapot go stress over his Pistons.
Rough trivia night.
We're going to let you get out of here. We'll let Teapot recover from his wounds. Thank you, guys. Good night, everybody. Take care.